Welcome to my channel World Scene News. Subscribe to my channel for news updates all around the world. For decades, the skies have been ruled by two giants, Boeing in America and Airbus in Europe. These companies have created a powerful duopoly, designing and building most of the world's commercial airliners. Their dominance isn't just about manufacturing, it's a global network of suppliers, maintenance, and pilot training built over years. The barriers to entry are immense: expertise, capital, and trust. Yet cracks are beginning to show in this fortress. A new player has emerged from the east with ambitions as vast as the skies. China, known for rapid industrial growth, has decided it's time to build its own champions of the sky. This marks the beginning of a new chapter, one that could challenge Boeing and Airbus like never before. The stage is set for a dramatic shift in global aviation. China's dream of building its own large passenger jets is rooted in a deep desire for technological self-reliance and global prestige. For decades, the nation has watched as Western giants dominated the skies, fueling a determination to chart its own course in aviation. This ambition is not just about airplanes, it's about national pride, economic security, and the ability to shape the future on its own terms. Despite being one of the world's largest and fastest-growing air travel markets, China's airlines have long depended on foreign manufacturers like Boeing and Airbus for their fleets. Every year, billions of dollars flowed overseas, and every new jet delivered was a reminder of China's reliance on others for critical technology. This dependency became increasingly uncomfortable as geopolitical tensions rose, with trade disputes and export controls threatening to disrupt the supply of vital aircraft and parts. The risks of relying on foreign suppliers became impossible to ignore. The solution was clear: build, not buy. China set out to develop its own commercial aircraft industry from the ground up, investing heavily in research, talent, and infrastructure. In 2008, COMAC, the Commercial Aircraft Corporation of China, was founded to turn this vision into reality. It became the spearhead of China's aviation ambitions, tasked with designing and producing world-class passenger jets. COMAC's first major project, the C919, targeted the lucrative single-aisle market, aiming to compete directly with the Boeing 737 and Airbus A320. It was a bold step, signaling China's intent to challenge the status quo. But the real prize was always the wide-body segment, where the most advanced technology, highest profits, and greatest prestige lie. Success here would mean true entry into the elite club of global aviation leaders. Enter the C929. More than just a plane, it's a symbol of China's ambition to join the world's elite in aviation, and a testament to the nation's resolve to innovate and compete on the global stage. The journey would be long and full of obstacles, from technical challenges to international skepticism, but the goal was always clear: to soar alongside the best. China was determined to break the Western duopoly and reshape the future of global aviation, proving that the Dragon, too, could take flight on its own wings. The C929's development is a story of determination, vision, and national ambition. It represents not just the creation of a new aircraft, but the forging of a new chapter in China's aviation history, a chapter defined by self-reliance and innovation. At its core, the C929 is a quest for technological sovereignty, a bold move to control the future of flight on China's own terms. Unlike the C919, which relied heavily on Western parts and expertise, the C929 was designed from the outset to minimize dependence on the US and other foreign suppliers. China set out to build a de-Americanized supply chain, sourcing thousands of complex parts domestically or from trusted non-US partners. This required a massive effort to develop local expertise and manufacturing capabilities. Trade tensions and the looming threat of export controls made this transformation not just a strategic choice, but an urgent necessity for the nation's aerospace ambitions. Every component, from avionics to landing gear, was scrutinized for its origin, pushing Chinese engineers to innovate and adapt at an unprecedented pace. The C929 had to be more than a competitor in the global market. It had to be resilient, adaptable, and truly independent in its design and supply. While the C929 is not entirely free of foreign technology, it marks a significant reduction in reliance on Western aerospace giants. signaling a new era for China's aviation sector. COMAC cultivated a new ecosystem of domestic and European suppliers, accelerating their growth and expertise, and fostering a spirit of collaboration and shared progress. This strategic pivot turned what was once a vulnerability into a long-term strength, giving China greater control over its aviation destiny. The C929 is not just a plane, it's a declaration of China's industrial independence, a symbol of what can be achieved through perseverance and vision. It's a bold step toward forging a new path in the sky, and a testament to the power of national ambition and innovation. The C929's journey was anything but smooth. From the very beginning, the project faced a series of daunting obstacles that would test the resolve of everyone involved. Each step forward seemed to bring new and unexpected challenges, making progress feel like an uphill battle. The escalating US-China trade war brought strict restrictions on aerospace technology exports. Suddenly, access to crucial parts and advanced systems was no longer guaranteed, and every shipment became a potential point of failure. American suppliers, once key partners, were forced to pull back, leaving critical gaps in COMAC's supply chain. The loss of these trusted collaborators meant that years of established relationships and technical know-how were abruptly severed. COMAC had to find new sources for thousands of vital components, ensuring quality and integration from scratch. This meant scouring the globe for reliable suppliers, vetting new partners, and rapidly developing in-house expertise to fill the void. Building a new supply chain is a Herculean task, demanding immense investment and relentless focus on quality. Every part had to meet strict safety standards, and any misstep could set the project back by months or even years. Accusations of corporate espionage and deep mistrust further complicated Western partnerships. Negotiations grew tense, and the risk of information leaks or sabotage loomed over every interaction. COMAC had to navigate not just technical and logistical hurdles, but also a political and reputational storm. The company's every move was scrutinized, and any miscalculation could have global repercussions. Overcoming these obstacles required unprecedented national commitment and strategic planning. The government, industry leaders, and engineers had to work in unison, aligning their goals and resources to keep the project alive. The stakes were high. Failure would mean more than just a lost project. It would be a blow to China's industrial ambitions. The pressure weighed heavily on everyone, from factory workers to top executives. But the determination to succeed only grew stronger. Against all odds, the team pressed on, fueled by a shared vision and the hope of proving that they could overcome even the highest hurdles. With US doors closing, COMAC turned to Europe. European aerospace firms, less constrained by US-China tensions, saw opportunity in partnering with COMAC. Companies like Safran and Liebherr Aerospace stepped in, providing crucial technology and components. Their involvement gave the C929 credibility and access to proven, reliable tech. For European firms, it meant access to China's vast aviation market and lucrative contracts. For COMAC, it was a lifeline, hardware, expertise, and a pathway to international certification. The C929 became a Chinese-European collaboration, reshaping its supply chain and industrial strategy. This move allowed China to bypass American restrictions and continue its push for aerospace independence. The project became a testament to a more multipolar world, where alliances shift and new partnerships emerge. When one door closes, another opens through strategic diplomacy. The greatest challenge in building a new airliner is the engine. For China, true independence meant mastering jet engine technology, a field dominated by GE, Pratt & Whitney, and Rolls-Royce. The CJ1000A engine became a massive national project, but developing and certifying a new engine takes years. Meanwhile, COMAC looked to Europe, considering Rolls-Royce's Trent 7000 as an interim solution. This two-pronged strategy, using a proven European engine while developing a Chinese one, was both pragmatic and clever. It allowed the C929 to move forward, build market confidence, and smooth the path to certification. Once the CJ1000A is ready, it will complete the vision of an all-Chinese aircraft. The engine quest balances immediate needs with long-term ambitions. Building a reliable plane is only half the battle. International certification is the golden ticket. Without approval from regulators like ESA and the FAA, the C929's market would be limited. Certification is a rigorous, years-long process, requiring deep scrutiny of every aspect of the aircraft. For COMAC, building trust with regulators is a monumental challenge. The focus is on ESA certification first, leveraging European partnerships. An ESA certificate would open doors to many global markets. Success here would prove COMAC's commitment to international safety standards. The process is painstaking, demanding transparency and data sharing. Achieving certification is the true test of whether the C929 can become a global player. Beyond engineering and certification, COMAC faces the challenge of building trust. Airlines need confidence in long-term support, maintenance, and spare parts, areas where Boeing and Airbus excel. COMAC must establish global support networks, maintenance hubs, and training centers. Safety and public perception are crucial. Every incident will be scrutinized. The company must demonstrate unwavering commitment to safety and reliability. Overcoming skepticism and building a reputation for transparency and service is essential. The C929's progress is forcing a reassessment, but doubts remain. COMAC must address concerns about state ties and intellectual property. Success depends as much on building trust as on building planes. The future of the C929 hinges on COMAC's ability to win confidence worldwide. The rise of COMAC and the C929 signals a profound shift in aviation. For the first time in decades, Boeing and Airbus face a credible state-backed challenger. China's privileged access to its own massive market gives COMAC a unique advantage. If Chinese airlines buy Chinese, COMAC could secure a huge order book and financial stability. A third major player could mean lower prices and more innovation for airlines and passengers. The C929 is already challenging old ways of doing business and forging new partnerships. This is more than just an airplane, it's a reflection of a changing world order. COMAC still faces immense challenges, but its progress is undeniable. The titans of the sky are no longer alone. A new dawn is breaking over the aviation industry, rising from the east.